there cannot be necessarily considered to be any wrongdoing or right doing in the world, because morality ultimately is a limitation, obstacle created by man himself to limit potential, to restrict power, to prevent ambition, and from either obviously stopping all the good things and virtuous occurrences from happening, or obviously the evil to happen or to occur before us in one way or another. And when we step beyond this social, universal realm of good and evil and outside morality, which is slave morality, we finally open the door as well as welcome the opportunity to create our own version of morality, which is individual morality and self good and evil, which is far better than a social morality and outside morality, which leads us directly into the abyss of ignorance, mediocrity, monotony, repetition, and imitation against each other's ambitions, aims, desires, interests in life, which leads nowhere, which obviously ends up in a lot of desperation, sorrow, frustration for us. So, as is the case with the modern people, they are lost, they are frustrated, they are dejected, not because they don't have jobs, employment, education in life, but because they are tired and exhausted and fatigued at the end of the day, because they have built their whole identities upon personas and removed all personality from them. They have cultivated their character in the image of the others and not in their own image. They have spent their lives fulfilling and living up to all social expectations, outside demands, public dictates, governmental needs, regulations, by making consistent compromises with the originality and virtues and values and authenticity, standards, boundaries which they have or which they haven't. And in doing so, they are so drained, eroded that now they hate themselves in one way or another. So definitely that is there. So it's not about right doing or wrong doing. It's about our perception and our master morality that we should follow, that we should try to live through our whole lives, and not following others' versions of right and wrong in life that inevitably leads nowhere. So we should realize that when we follow what we consider to be good and evil, then we become something else entirely. We reach an entirely different or distinct level of greatness, authenticity, self knowledge, and consciousness in life when we have our own definitions and understandings of good and evil and right doing and wrongdoing. So, definitely, that is there. And we should try to go beyond and divorce ourselves from social morality and universal truthfulness or eternal absolute, because those things are not necessarily existing in reality, because there is only comprehension, understanding, explanation from everyone, which is different from each other's, but there is no absolute eternal